One Championships fight night 27 takes place only a few hours away. 6 fighters were unable to make the hydration test, which impacted 5 of the 10 fights on the card. One of those 5 fights, unfortunately, had to get pulled from the entire card because one of the fighters were unable to make hydration or weight, period. I'm going to break down more of this in the next episode of Fighting with Friends. Yo, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's your boy, brother Gaia, here from Fighting with Friends to break down some intense news that came out of the One Championship just literally a day ago. As always, the Bangkok Post is always up to date with this information and providing it literally as it happens. Before I move on, don't forget to smash the like button to like this content. I see the subscribers amount is going back up again, which is fantastic. Yeah, just keep supporting the channel, and we would love to continue to grow this community and have people obviously talk about what's happening around the One Championship as well as all things MMA or combat sports. Right, today I was quite devastated about what I had watched when I watched the live One Championship hydration and weigh-in for the event of One Fight Night 27. As you can see on screen, the headlines are popping off. One Championships, Akbar Abdullaev uneligible to make weight, uneligible to fight for the title, as 6 fighters failed to pass hydration. This is absolutely devastating news because what it does is it kind of loses the incentive of why these fighters have to fight. Also, it makes them fight in a weight class that isn't regulated. It's catchweight, which doesn't necessarily help the divisions move in terms of rankings, and fighters can sort of have a nice clear path to get into a title. And I thought it would be fitting for me to kind of do this video today, just because the fight card is going to happen not very soon, but it's going to happen a bit later. So let me actually go straight into it. I was very, very upset about this. This is obviously done by what's his name, Nick Atkins' brother, I think, Nicola Atkins. And shout out to them to give us all the information. It's very fantastic. But as you can see on screen here, Akbar Abdullaev will be ineligible to win the One Championship Featherweight title the Saturday of the dramatic wins. He was pretty much attempted to make weight few times and unfortunately wasn't able to make the past hydration but make the weight. This resulting in the fight no longer being fought at the featherweight that they're fighting at catchweight, and Akbar can no longer win the title. I think some of his money is also got deducted, some of his purse, which is normal. He failed. There we go. Failed twice past hydration. The 3-hour window, and it was pretty devastating to see because also the fighters looked pretty devastating too when they're unable to make the weight. But he wasn't the only one on the card. We had a couple of other fighters that also didn't make weight. Here we can see Peram Gerati wasn't able to actually show up to do hydration or make weight, which then resulted in the fight with Rambolik, as you can see here at the bottom of the screen. The fight with against Rambolik is unfortunately not going to happen anymore because Peram Gerati wasn't able to make both weight and hydration. He didn't even show up to do it, which is I'm not sure exactly what the reasons were, but that's not necessarily something you want to do when you're fighting in any organization, because it kind of leaves a bad taste in a lot of people's mouths, as well as your opponent and the organizers of the event, especially, and that's really what you not want to do. But I want to wish him all the best, obviously, because I would have loved to have seen this fight take place. It was one of the fights I was looking forward to on the fight card, but unlucky that's not happening. So yeah, that's just a bit sad. But let's keep the list moving. This was the fight I was really looking forward to the most in this fight card. Kulab Dam versus John Angel Stone Lineker. And unfortunately, both these gentlemen weren't able to make the hydration test, which then resulted in them going in catchweight. So that what that means is whoever wins here may still be able to get some perks because they are recognizable and household names in the One Championship. However, none of them are going to move up in the rankings. They're going to stay where they are, just because now they're fighting in catchweight, not fighting under the light bantamweight banner or bantamweight division. So therefore, they can't impact standings of that group or that roster or that division. So let's keep it moving. Canadian debutant Cody Jerome has failed both hydration and weight. Has failed to pass hydration and weight. I think when he's fighting against, he's scheduled to face against Luke. Let's say. Excuse me for my stacks, guys. My stuttering here. I'm actually very much under the weather, which is also what motivated me to do the video today. So they're not going to be fighting, unfortunately. Ecuador's Aaron Kanate as well failed to make weight. Failed to make hydration 3 times, which is just not a buzz. Um, Force hydration. Force hydration. Yeah, as well as Uzbekistan, Sanzar Zakirov. But I think he made it. Yeah. So yeah, that's pretty much it there. These are the guys who are unable to make the weight, unable to pass hydration, which then resulted in the fight. That resulted in the fight all being what do you call it, moved up or negotiated for catch weight, which is a bit unfortunate because, like I say, it's not helping the fighters. It removes the sort of the incentive as to why they are taking on this fight. So let me just bring this up on screen quickly. Right, so I'm gonna bring this up on screen to sort of go through the fight card just again so you can show you what you expect. As you can see on screen, these fights are now officially at catch weight, which is unfortunate. They no longer can actually climb rankings, but they can still, if they finish the fights in dramatic fashion, getting knockouts and things like that, then it might override the fact that they weren't able to pass hydration. Now, this is what I actually want to talk about to conclude that my point, because I wanna get your perspective. I see the comments popping off on some of the posts that Nick Atkins posted, One Championship posted. I even commented in there and I got some cool feedback. I want to pose the question: is what can be done about this in the One Championship, about the fighters that don't pass hydration, but they passed weight and then they actually still don't make it. They still don't. It's not eligible to win whatever they need to win for that fight. So, what's the fix for this? What do we do? What does One Championship do to kind of get and work a way around this? So I was thinking of potentially removing the hydration test and let the guys cut weight. They can obviously deplete themselves of water to make the weight. And once they're done making the weight, which most fighters actually do, then they can go and replenish that water and electrolytes again after the match, just like they do it in UFC and pretty much any other organization that does combat sports. I think the One Championship needs to consider that, because what it's resulting in is that the fighters are no longer fighting under a weight class, they're fighting in catch weight, which then stuns the movement of the division or movement of them in that division. So they can either hold onto a number or a ranking in the division, which stifles the movement of someone else that's still fighting and making weight in that division. So I'm sure all the fight enthusiasts know this. So based on that, give me your thoughts, please, ladies and gentlemen, in the comments about what you think needs to happen with regards to this. Because yeah, it's really sucking ass now, because now someone like Akbar can't win the title, gets a percentage of his purse stripped away, which I think is fair. But I would rather the One Championship be a little bit more strict on their weight cuts or their weigh-ins. And I think what they should do there is remove the hydration test, be extremely strict on their weight cuts. Fighters cannot go nothing more than a 0.5 or half a pound over. Right? They can't go more than half a pound over or half a pound under. They have to be within that range of their weight classes, and that I think that will kind of make it fair. So yeah, now I want to talk about a little bit what I was highlighting earlier in the video for you guys to stay tuned on. I've been mentioning throughout the week that I was going to do a live watch along for this event, which is One Championships One Fight Night 27. Unfortunately, I am very under the weather. I've got a very terrible stomach bug, which is resulting in me just sitting down. I can't even run. I tried to run yesterday, it didn't help. I'm just not in a good space. My stomach is forcing me to be on the toilet literally within 15 minutes or 15-minute intervals. And if that's going to continue, which I feel like it's going to tomorrow, I will unfortunately be able to do the live. Otherwise, you guys are just going to watch me jump up every 15 minutes to go and take a shit and come back. So not going to happen. But however, moving forward, next week, UFC's 311 pay-per-view, 312 pay-per-view is happening. So we're definitely going to be doing a live for that. And then the weekend after that, for the 24th, is One Championships 170. 171, so we're going to be doing a live for that as well. But for now, ladies and gentlemen, stay safe, stay blessed, like, share, and subscribe if you love our content. We love to continue to grow this community and bring you also on with not only in the comments, but potentially want to have you guys on the channel. On that note, enjoy the fights that's coming up this weekend. Stay safe. Make sure you take care of your gut health, and you can see myself and the boys when we do our recaps of all these events taking place this weekend. On that note, stay safe, stay blessed. Cheers.